no matter how normal it is that you are in possession of your partner, or of your house, or of your car, or of your insurance. All these things are constructs. They don't exist in truth. And you can see that right now. That already you do not own anything. So then, who owns it all? Do you understand that? Do you understand the principle that you literally, physically, mechanically, metaphysically, however you want to put it, realistically, literally, you are already not in possession of anything? That's the truth of it. Everything else is delusion. So can you look at your life right now with penetrative vision? Look at your body. Look at your mind, your emotions, the things in your house itself, your partner, your dog, your beautiful chef's knife set, or whatever you recently purchased that you were kind of proud of and happy with. Look at anything in your life, physical, metaphysical, even spiritual, even your spiritual journey. Do you understand? Can you see that already as we speak, in reality, as it is, you, as a physical little personality, do not possess any of it? The core principle behind that is that only the creator of a thing possesses that thing. Now, ask yourself, did I create my body with my personality? Did you give birth to yourself? Is any aspect of your body in your possession, therefore? Did you build your own house? And very few of you might say yes, if you're in construction and so on. But then, did you create the wood that you used and the metal piping? And did you create the mom and pop store at the corner of your street which sold the piping that you needed, and the bricks and the wood? Did you make the iron nails and the screws and the power tools? Did you make the electricity with which you use the power tools? Did you produce, create somehow? Are you creator of the oxygen that you're breathing right now? What have you done at all? Have you created anything? If not, it's not your possession. No matter if the government subscribes to it and says, hey, this is your house, this is your plot of land. If you did not literally, with your personality, the one that feels possessive of it, the one in whose name it exists, if you did not create that patch of earth out of nothingness yourself, it is not your possession. If that patch of earth does not depend on your existence, you're not its creator, and therefore you do not own it or possess it, no matter who agrees that you do. No matter how normal it is that you are in possession of your partner, or of your house, or of your car, or of your insurance. All these things are constructs. They don't exist in truth. And you can see that right now. That already you do not own anything. So then, who owns it all? The one who created it all. And you see how unburdening this is to your puny little personality. It might be frightening at first, but can you glimpse the exciting reality beyond your fright, beyond your fear, the other side of this equation? Once you get through this threshold of accepting the fact that you are absolutely devoid of ownership or possession at all of anything you can ever think of, and that the only owner, possessor of all things, including your own body and mind, is the one who created that. Can you glimpse the liberation, the illumination, the overwhelming oceanic love, the boundlessness that will arise from this forgiveness of your sin of possessing, of thinking that you can possess, of assuming that things are in your possession? Can you glimpse the purity of it, the emptiness, the freedom, and yet the fullness, the closeness to God? Because if you align your vision to the fact that God owns and possesses every single aspect of your life, of your experience, and that you own none of it, you are free. You don't need meditation. You will be meditation as a natural consequence. So, again, that's why I said this is a devotional path that requires perceived sacrifice, even though you gain the world. Because right now you're in this little bubble of this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. I'm responsible for this, my cat, my home, my car, my insurance, my neighborhood to an extent, my partner's well-being, my children. But everything outside of that, the entire universe, 99.99999 to the 10th percent, is not yours currently. So if you give up your partner, spiritually speaking, you can still be with them. If you give up your children, spiritually speaking, you can still take great care of them. If you give up your cat, spiritually speaking, you can still feed them and love them and pet them. If you give up your house, and so on, you get the point. If you give up your little world, you get the big one. But the gateway between the little bubble and the infinite bubble, all that is, aka God in form, the gateway, the door between these two bubbles, it's very thin, but there is a door. And it means you have to give up ownership of your bubble. Everything within your little world that you currently feel in possession of in some way, shape, or form. If you give up your world, you get the cosmos, you get all that is. You get infinite potential. And you get the Creator's rhythm, heartbeat, vibration, humming, om, om, om. You get that deep, profound, purifying spiritual liberation along with it. So is it really a sacrifice? And here you are with your partner, like considering this maybe. Should we let go of our bubble? I don't really quite want you to go spiritually illuminate yourself just yet, because then what's left of me? Then I'm just in our little bubble by myself. And then you're out in the cosmos being free and happy without really needing to think of my happiness anymore. So we're playing it small. We're taught to play it small, both by our senses, the conditioning that comes through simply having 5 physical senses upon incarnation, the veil of forgetfulness, which doesn't help, and then the other social verbiage of other human beings that we've been bombarded with over our entire lifetime, forming many assumptions in the back of our minds. But what if you could find a switch in the back of your spiritual heart that would turn on the illuminating light, and it would expel all these shadow things that you're currently attached to and idolizing as if they are the light, when they are in fact but shadows produced by the real light? What if you could find that switch and non-possess yourself and your life and your world and your partner and your dog and your cat all at once? Everything, that's my point with the herpes, is doesn't matter what it is. Can you let go of being the owner of, in possession of, everything? Because what you think is everything is just this little bubble. But when you donate everything to God, to the Creator, to Source, when you give it all back to its rightful owner, because you didn't create it, it did. Give it back to God because God created it and sustains it, and it cannot continue to exist. Your world does not exist without God, but it does exist. The elements in your life continue to exist without you. Not in the ultimate sense of you as consciousness, but that's you as God. But you as a person, all these things around you, even your body continues to lay there as a cadaver without your personality. You did not create it. All that you're in control of is the motion, the movement of it. How you animate the body, because that stops when you stop. But that's free will, that's free will. How am I coloring all this in? What am I choosing to do with this? But none of it, none of the substance of it is yours. None of it belongs to you. None of it owes anything to you. You don't own it. Give it back to Source. Radically, courageously, faithfully want to become a man or woman of God. Donate it back to its rightful owner, and you will be cleansed of false responsibilities. This background feeling of responsibility and ownership and claims and control and not quite enough, and you need to make sure that this and that, and if only ... This is no way to live, my cosmic free beings. You are under the spell of some small person's ideas that trickled down through generations and somehow got traction in humanity's collective consciousness. None of it is yours. Be free of it now. Your fears are not your fears. They're because you are laying claim upon that which you never created. Stop laying claim on that which you never created and that which does not depend on you. And you are both free, you and your world.